So hey, and welcome back to Makeup with Juanita. I am coming in today. I was getting ready to do my face and I was thinking about my mom, and I said, let me do a story time. This is one of my funniest. It's not even funny. It's actually pretty scary even thinking about it today, but my mom has since passed on, and so sometimes when I think about her, I think about this time here. So I thought I'd do a story time and tell y'all about the day my mama literally got some girls jumped because of me. First, let me give you a backhand story. My mother was not like your average mama. I had a straight up hood mama. I said, I don't know, my mama might have gangbanged. Like, seriously, my mama was one of those special kind of women. But she had me at 16, so I wasn't too much younger than her. But yeah, my mom literally was one of those special type of women. And she used to claim a gang, but I think she just knew a lot of gang members. But I will hope that my mother was not really in a gang. But needless to say, my mama, and the backhand story is, my mother had me when she was 16. My father was 19. My daddy looked around at his surroundings and was like, yeah, no. So he took me and we moved out of that entire situation. My dad was not about that life at all. And he was like, you know what? We up. Now, my mother told me that my dad came over there saying, what she said my dad said? She said my dad came over there saying, yeah, if you will stop cursing, stop smoking cigarettes, and stop drinking, you know, we can all leave, you know, the city, and we can, how did she put it? She said, my dad said that if you stop smoking, you stop cursing, you stop drinking, you stop doing all that ratchet stuff that you doing, we can like move to the, you know, move out the city. We can get us a nice place in the suburbs and raise our daughter. So I told that geek to get out of my face. I'm like, oh my God. My mother was like that type of female. She was just so extra. But the backhand story is, seriously, my dad was not about that life. He was like, you know what? I am getting out this situation and I am taking my daughter with me. Today I'm looking for the Morphe palette. I am taking my daughter with me. You in or you out? So basically my mama told this man that she was out. So he was like, cool, she going with me. So my mother was probably the kind of woman like, take her. You know, she probably kept my style anyway. My mother was young and rest her soul, she was special. So, but she, and actually, to be honest with you, she didn't just give us up, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I wind up living with my dad. My dad remarried, or he married, should I say. He married this other woman, and she became my mom. So I was still periodically, I don't know why I use this color. I was still periodically go see my mom. Sometimes I would go more than most times, but during this period of time that I'm talking about right now, I would go see my mom, I would say every other weekend. Probably was less than that, but I remember it being every other weekend. And I had to be about, I'm going to say 12, maybe 11. I was little. So my dad got married, we moved to the suburbs, and my dad obtained custody of me. Like, this was like legit. So I would go see my mom on every other weekend, and my other sisters, they were like, we was all with someone else, but we were all, they would be at my mom's house more than I was. So they was like really close. So when I would go, I don't know how this is gonna turn up, but because the city people here in Chicago, these people is like advanced. They can look at you and tell if you from here, belong here, or whatever. So when I first started going to see my mom, like they would have to they would like surround me, and these were like kids. They would surround me and they'd be like, who is this? And my sister Lisa, she was kind of like, I guess, the spokesman of the family. She was like, that's our sister. She lived with her daddy in the suburbs. And they'll be, I mean, I can literally remember them looking at me from head to toe. Like, okay. Now, mind you, I'm super timid. I have no voice. So they sizing me up. Some is feeling me, many is not. But Lisa got a little, I would say like rank. So Lisa got a little rank over there. So they ain't too much messing with me. So on this particular day, I started being friends with this girl. I don't remember the girl's name. I just remember her sister. Y'all hear about that in a minute. I just remember her sister. But me and this girl, we started being cool. They was Jehovah's Witnesses, so they couldn't come outside. I think they couldn't come outside on Saturdays, if I get it right. So they stayed in a building across the street from us. Well, I'm getting mad just thinking about it, or scared. So yeah, so we all in the hallway and we talking it up. So on this particular day, this girl wasn't really feeling me, I guess. I knew that who this girl was. Now she was, I think she was, I would say she's about as timid as I am. But she talked a little bit stronger. So I didn't know that. So needless to say, we in the hallway and we get to having some words. Now what 12-year-olds doing in the hallway having some words, we all probably needed a whooping, but this is what happened. So we get to having some words and she trying to try me. As we know, the word today is trying me. So she's trying to try me, and I'm from the burb, and I can't be known as the girl that get tried, because you know, if you get known as the girl that get tried, everybody's gonna try you. Now mind you, she is like a weakling, I would call, like you know, she ain't really all that. So me and her both really got something to prove at this point. I don't think it was about a boy, but we'll just say it was about a boy, because most likely it probably was, to be honest. So we get to going, and I can feel that she's scared. Now that I'm looking back, I can feel that she's scared, and she probably knows. She knows that I'm scared, and I feel like she's scared. But I cannot let this girl try me. It just cannot happen. We get to a pushing thing, and you know how it is. You push for a ride. You push for a minute. You push for a minute. Everybody push for a minute. We all pushing. So we get to pushing for a minute. She pushed me. Pushed her back. We probably out there singing our little cuss words. Now mind you, I'm from the birds, but I know how to put a couple of words together. So she say something, I say something, she say something, I say something. It comes a push back, nothing really happens, push back. Before I know it, we in a full-fledged fight. Now, I don't have anybody to verify this part of the story, but I'm going to take it as this is probably what happened in between us pulling out hair and everybody screaming and egging us on. I beat her up. No one here to verify that fact. No one ever said I didn't, but I beat up the girl. If I didn't beat her up, I gave her a true run for her entire money. Only thing we hear in the background is, get her, get her, get her. Don't do it. Stop. Get her, get her. Let them fight. You jump in, we jumping in. You jump in. Because you know Lisa, she ready. But at this point, it has to be a fair fight, because my sister people out there and her people out there. So unless y'all want this to become another, you know, issue, let them just fight. Needless to say, we stopped fighting. The girl mad. When I say mad, she mad. Which led me to believe I won a fight. No one's there to really certify that I won a fight. But I beat the girl up. That's the story I've been saying. I'm going to keep rolling with the story. I said this story in front of people. No one really pulled me to the side to say you didn't win a fight. So it always went down that I won the fight. She goes upstairs. Boom, 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 boom. She ran upstairs. We in the hallway talking mad crap. Now, mind you, ain't nobody certified the winner of the fight. But because she mad, I took that as a win. Now, I ain't never been in no fight before then. So, I'm going to just take that one as I won the fight. You see what I'm saying? But lo and behold, it wasn't over. So let me finish my eye makeup and I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you the rest of this story. It gets good. So, old girl runs upstairs. Dum, 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 dum. First floor, dum, dum, dum. Second floor, dum, dum, dum. So she's running upstairs and they stay like on the top floor. I'm downstairs in the hallway still celebrating my victory. Juanita, you did this. Juanita, you did that. Boom, boom. So I've been officially accepted in. Cool. I hear some steps coming back down. I'm thinking she won a round two. So I'm thinking to myself, I got this. If I did it the first time, I can do it this time. I cannot find a brown pencil anywhere. If I did it the first time, I can definitely, do it again. So I hear it coming. But this time I hear it sounds like some people coming with her. The room started getting quiet. The hallway started getting quiet. I'm like, wait a minute. This round two? Okay, cool. I'm trying to gear myself up for round two. Okay. Darn it. So, cool. Got to do round two. Next, I hear another set of footprints. Feet coming downstairs. But they must be playing tricks on me. Lo and behold, her sister appeared. Now, her sister is much older than me. But you know, when you beat up somebody, they go get their people. So I have my people there, so I'm thinking, whoop the whoop. But I forgot the rule still stands. Head up fight. Unless somebody jumped in, then my sisters jumped in. But other than that, it's a head up fight. So she was like, you, pointing at me. You fight my sister? You fight my sister? I don't know what terminology she used. I'm still in my high, like I could beat the world. I'm like, yep. I beat your sister up. She's like, oh, okay. She gets ready to fight. Me, I wasn't planning on fighting a sister. So I'm looking like, oh my God, this girl's a lot bigger than me. She's a lot older than me. And I didn't even wake up that morning ready to fight one person, let alone two people. So her sister in the background looking like she just got beat up, verified the beat up. That hasn't been verified yet, but by the looks of it, by her crying and looking like the way she was looking, she was verified that she got beat up. So my heart is racing fast because it's time to square up again. So couldn't back down because you just can't be known as a person who back it down to a fight. So I'm gearing up It ain't no pushing ceremony. It's time to throw them hands. Now, I grew up when we did the pushing for a while until the teachers and the principal came out and broke it up. But it wasn't nobody out there who was encouraging that. It was grown folks out there, and everybody knowing the rules. You stay out of it, let the kids fight. You know, we kind of like they stayed on, but this is what it was. It wasn't like where I come from, where the adults break up the fight, the principal break up the fight. Like, you just didn't let people fight. It was time to fight. Pow! This girl hit me so damn hard. I saw stars. I saw next week. I saw the white light. This girl beat me up. Drugged me on the ground. Punched me. Pulled my hair. She beat me up. Not a little bit, not close. It was verified. She beat me up. Bad. Got to beat me up. My sister's now running the house because she was kind of too big. Now, if she was bigger than me, that means she's bigger than my little sister Lisa and my other sister Sean. They go get my mama. I'm looking for my glasses. I wore braces at the time. I'm looking for my braces that's like they broke. My daddy didn't play that. When I get home, I'm going to get a whooping for breaking these braces. The arms of my glasses is broken. I'm looking a hot mess, ridiculous. Old girl still outside. So they go run in the house, tell my mama. Oh, like, huh? So by this time, I done found my glasses. People bringing me back my hair. Mind you, I ain't wear weave. They bring me back my real hair. I made it to my mama's house right across the street. Mama. Now I done turned straight up to a suburban girl. My mama hot. She's like, what happened? That girl beat me up, Mama. That girl beat me up. My mama like, huh? So I don't know if she mad at me for getting beat up, because you know back in them days, you weren't allowed to get beat up. That was when you either beat that person up or your mama was going to beat you up. Or beat your butt. Something like that. I wasn't raised like that. So where I come from, there was really no winners, no losers. You just got beat up and everybody had to hug at the end of the day and apologize. Not over here on the south side. Sorry, y'all, the south side. Which is still the best side. The girl beat me up. I had to literally go home, tell my mama is hot. She is heated. She feels so bad for me. I mean, these girls is walking up to me like, here's your hair. There is no weave. This is my real hair. Why they bringing me clumps of my hair? Why are people finding my glasses over here? My lenses over here. My braces is hanging off. I am beat up. My mom was like, what was her name too? I'm gonna call her name Al, because day that still wasn't right. You put your hands on my daughter? It's like she put her hands on my sister. My mom was like, I'm gonna ask you again. Did you put your hands on my daughter? So now she getting smart with my mama. Now you know my mama, she street. So she was like, okay, cool. My mama jumped in the car. They over there celebrating. Now everybody on this side is celebrating the victory of what this girl just did to me. We over here looking crazy. I done come all the way over here to my mom in them house. Now I gotta go back home, get a whooping for breaking my glasses. My hair is messed up. That's when you couldn't mess up your hair back in the day. Like nowadays, these kids will get their hair done. This is when you couldn't mess up your hair. So I was like gonna get another whooping. About 5 minutes later, about 7 cars, y'all, I ain't lying, it might have been more than that. About 7 cars pulled up aggressively. Now this is before they started shooting up the block, so we didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what is going on? My mama jumped out the car. She was like, you put your hands on my daughter? It's a bagging up now. So the only thing I can remember during this time was This girl gets out the car. She was so big. This girl gets out the car and the car lifts up. She charging towards me. And she was like, you put your hands on my niece. You put your hands on my niece. My mom was like, girl, that's my daughter. You supposed to be fighting this girl over here. She was like, oh, who? So now the block is splitting teams. They was like, that girl. So they all calling her shirt, her shoes. They all calling her out. So they done took their attention off of me because I'm backing up like, listen, I'm from the suburbs. Somebody called my daddy to come pick me up because I ain't about this life. So with her friend was out there. Her friend was backing up. She's like, so you ain't gonna help me? You not gonna help me? I'm gonna beat you when we get finished. So they beat that girl up. And it was like so many girls. They beat her up. Now, and we laughed about this forever, but they beat that girl so bad. So then, a couple of days later, or maybe the next week, maybe the 2 weeks passed after that, when I came back out there, me and the first girl, the sister that I beat up, haven't still been verified, but the sister that I beat up, we wanted to be friends again. But this was a time when, because our families was now at odds, we probably couldn't talk. So she wanted to be my friend, I wanted to be her friend. So one day, she just walked up to me. My mom was sitting on the porch. Now when we go outside, my mama on the porch. So she's seeing that y'all not going to try my daughter. They go outside, I'm going on this porch because she ain't going to beat you up clearly. But I'll put them hands on you. So then she was like, Jackie, can I play with Juanita? She was like, let me tell you something. Y'all ain't going to be out here doing this fighting. She was like, we're not going to be fighting. And she was like, apologize to my daughter. So the girl wound up apologizing and we became friends again. My mama, rest her soul, she was about that life about her daughter. And I appreciate it because I really needed some help then. But that was my story time. This is my face. I would put some gloss on. I would, but I think I'm going to leave it like this.